Going into year 3, appreciate what all you guys do for the Southeastern Conference and the University of Florida, promoting our league and the university. Certainly as a player, assistant coach, and now as a head coach, I've enjoyed working with all of you through the years. Well, actually, most of you through the years, not all of you. But it's great to be back. And we made some strides in our second season. I think that as you look at back from year 1 to year 2, obviously the record was better, which is good. But more than anything, to me, the roster and our locker room is much better. From a discipline standpoint, from a character standpoint, and from a buy-in standpoint. When you have 8 come from behind wins in the season, that says a lot about where you are as a program and where your kids are as far as the buy-in is concerned, which obviously excites me. 2 things we emphasized last year was turnover margin. In 2011, we went from -12. In 2012, we went to +15, which is a difference in the season. It's a difference in playing in a BCS bowl game. As far as scoring in the fourth quarter in SEC football games, my first season we were outscored by 50 points, 72 to 22. This past year we outscored our opponents by 41 points, 61 to 20. So you're talking about a 91-point swing in a season. So you got to credit, number 1, we inherited a young, talented team. Number 2, the job Jeff Dillman and our strength staff did in the weight room. And our guys believed in winning the game in the fourth quarter and understanding the importance of playing with a certain physical style that we're going to play with the University of Florida. Really pleased with our staff at this time. For the first time since 2010, we'll have the same offensive coordinator at the University of Florida, which I know our kids are relieved to have. When I first took over in Florida, I wanted to change a little bit philosophically what we were offensively. We want to be more of a running back dominated team that's a balanced offense and has the ability to be efficient in throwing the football, and we certainly need to be more consistent and efficient in throwing the ball. I thought we ran the ball extremely well last year. Brent and I sat down after last spring and said, whoever wins the quarterback job, however we want to look at it, we're going to have a young quarterback. We're in a new system, verbiage, and terminology. Same philosophy of what we want to do is we continue to evolve our offense. We're still a little deficient as far as depth and talent in some areas. So what do we need to do? I know we can play good defense. I know we're going to play special teams. Let's make sure we protect the ball and play good team football. And that's what we did. That was a good formula for 11 wins last year. And it's tough sometimes for coaches to do that. Brent's been a guy that's put up a lot of numbers at Boise State in different places. But I thought he did a heck of a job last year and our entire offensive staff. Really pleased with the addition of Joe Pulse, our wide receivers coach, a guy that's played the position, coached the position for over 20 years. He's been an offensive coordinator, he's been a head coach, which I welcome in the room. That's something that I think gives you great ideas and benefit from a guy that has sat in the chair before. And certainly I always enjoyed being, when I was defensive coordinator, of having guys in the room that have called it before and they see the big picture. So really pleased offensively, staff-wise. Defensively, Dan Quinn took the defensive coordinator job at the Seattle Seahawks, which I think says a little bit about the coach that we hired in Florida. The NFL's coming to hire a coordinator from us. But Dan did a fantastic job for us. He's an outstanding coach and a great friend. We promoted DJ Durkin to be our defensive coordinator, did a fantastic job on special teams at Florida. He's a big picture guy. He's an outstanding football coach. And more than anything else, he understands how we want to play defense in Florida. And he does a great job of relating with our players. I thought he did a really good job in spring as we move into fall camp here. I'm really excited about what he brings to the table. I always felt as an assistant coach, your tape was your resume. You can get up on the board and draw fancy X's and O's, but at the end of the day, what you put on the field is who you are as a coach. And I really watched South Carolina's defensive lines play and the job Brad Long did there, and a guy that's got 33 years of experience. You're talking about developing players. A guy did an outstanding job, and after 15 days of spring practice, I totally understand what he did there. He's an outstanding football coach and really a great addition to our staff. And lastly, Jeff Choke was hired to be our special teams coordinator, a guy that's been on my radar for a long time, recruited in the state of Texas, a guy that's an outstanding evaluator and recruiter. Philosophically is the same as we are as far as special teams are concerned, and really excited about what he brings to the table. So staff-wise, very pleased with where we are, and obviously extremely pleased with the job Jeff Dillman and our strength staff. From year 1 to year 2, that's where we made a tremendous step. Offensively, we need to be more consistent and efficient on football. That's the bottom line. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. We've got to create more plays for ourselves, more explosive plays for ourselves down the field. I think we will be able to do that as we move forward. I thought we did that throughout spring. I know it's been a point of emphasis for an offensive staff in our off-season as far as our off-season studies. Limit negative plays, whether it's a sack or a tackle for a loss or self-inflicted win with penalties. Those are things we cannot afford to do, especially in our league as good as the defenses are. And really the other point of emphasis we had was scoring touchdowns in the red zone. That was something that we felt like we left a lot of points on the field in some games and really cost ourselves as far as moving forward in the game. But again, year 2 in the system, Jeff Driscoll and his football team, a guy that I thought attacked the offseason the way you're supposed to, as far as his mental preparation, watching film, certainly understands what we're doing offensively much better than a year ago, which is expected, and a guy that I'm really excited to see play. I think you see the leadership taking over on our team, and more than anything, other than maybe the tight end position, I think we got a chance to be better than we were at all positions than we were last year offensively. So really excited about him. There's been a lot said about his signing a non-compete contract with the Boston Red Sox. Jeff came in my office after Boston drafted him and said, "Coach, this is the deal. They want to sign me, and if I ever want to play baseball, I got to play for the Red Sox." I hadn't picked up a bat in 2 years, and I have no intention of playing baseball, but they're willing to cut me a check by NCAA rules. It's legal. And I said, "Jeff, if you were my son, I'd tell you to sign the contract." So his commitment level to the University of Florida is outstanding. But he had a great opportunity there with a great organization. If he ever does want to pick up a bat or a glove, certainly being a part of the Red Sox organization would be outstanding. I think we're better up front. We are more talented and deeper. We have 7 guys on our campus right now. John Halapio is with us today, as well as Jeff Driscoll. John's going into his 3rd year as a starter, as an outstanding leader. All of the intangible things you want in a football player, John has it, and a guy that I'm really excited for his senior season. John Harrison, again, another guy who's a 3-year starter at the center position, as a guy that's really played outstanding football for us. Jeff Green, who started now for 2 years. DJ Humphreys is up between 280